gonna show you guys everything you need to know about the can collection sub-story of Yakuza Like a Dragon. Like how to get S ranks, how to get points faster, how to play the game better, what you unlock stuff. So there are ranks. When you hit the final, like they don't really give much, they just give some points and stuff. But the final one actually gives 100,000 points. And it unlocks one extra item in the shop, which is the Elegant Pouch, which is an extremely powerful weapon for a character that you get later on. It probably won't be powerful way later on in the game, but if you get it now, and then you get that character, it'll probably be insanely powerful in, early on. Also, if you just want to get points for the things down here that are really expensive, this guide also just mainly about how to get more points faster, that kind of thing. Tips and tricks for the game. So, the biggest trick to getting S rank every time is to watch the radar. The radar, like whenever you, or the map, I guess you could call it, whenever you got a straight shot with nothing happening, you need to be watching that map to like plot your next move. You also always want to keep a boost. If possible, you want to have a boost at all times for self-defense. Because the boost, there's sometimes when other people are going to hit you and steal your cans. And that's not, honestly, that's not a big deal, the minus 50 or whatever. That's not that big of a deal. What is a big deal, though, is the time you lose. Also, I was gonna point out, I was in the middle of saying something, but I'm going to say there, if somebody's going to hit you from behind, it's totally random. Sometimes they'll swerve and weave everywhere, and if that happens, you're good. But if you watch the map, the mini-map, you can actually see that they're going to hit you, and you can, at the last second, use a boost, and they'll hit you from behind while you have a boost going, and it'll hit them. Because while you have a boost going, you're actually invincible, and if you touch them at all while you have the boost going, then it counts as you hit them, even if they hit you from behind. Also, when you have nothing else going on, hanging out here in the very back of the map is super good. You can just hang out back here, and there's often a lot of can lines that you can just waste time, just kill a bunch of time, but still be collecting something with those can lines. I just wanted to hit. I don't know, I had to focus there for a second. So yeah, the back area is a good place to linger when you're just waiting for things to respawn. And about 2/3 of the way through this, the girl will pop up, and she'll be dropping the cans. That's an extremely important part of this to get a ton of cans. So she should be popping up anytime now. So once you feel like you've been in the match long enough, you really got to start watching the map, try to find her, and be the first one to get to those cans, because she drops a lot. So there she actually spawned right near me. So I'm gonna follow, and I might have to actually hit this guy because he's taking all the cans. No, he did a 180, but he's on my butt. And he might hit me. I gotta watch. Okay, well, I guess that's just how it's gonna go. I really should have hit that guy too, because you get a multiply. Oh, he's gonna hit me. I can't do anything. Oh, he missed. You actually get more and more the more people you hit consecutively, and there's nothing I could do to dodge that guy. I would have to go left, and it's just there's too much, too fast. A lot of the times you can just dodge those guys if you can see them coming and get a good angle. Okay, I want to make sure I have this because I do not want to get hit. Like I said, the worst thing about getting hit is actually the loss of time that it takes for you to get back on your bike. It has nothing to do with getting hit's not a big deal as far as the actual loss of cans. It's just that you're out of the game for just a little bit. So that was a decent run. It's kind of hard to play while explaining everything, so I still feel like that was pretty decent for trying to split focus. But yeah, those are like some of the best tips. Watch the map. Try to don't let yourself get boxed in. Try to figure out where other people are going, where the can lines are. If you see 2 or 3 of the other riders at the same time, like nearby, if you can hit all of them, then just go ahead and use the boost, because even if you get hit afterwards, you just racked up like 60 cans just off of hitting them, and you knock them out. Another strategy you can employ is, I think only a limited number of those guys spawn, so if you're constantly hitting them and knocking them out, you'll actually keep the number of other riders down, which then keeps the number of cans on the map up. So that's also another strategy. But the number one thing is always want to keep a boost for self-defense. Not so much that they take the 50 cans, but that they knock you out for like 15 seconds, basically. You're not able to move around or do anything, and that's the biggest thing that slows you down. Yeah, and then again, when that one girl pops out dropping cans, you want to just try to get everything from that. I know the tutorial kind of explains that too, but I cannot stress how important that is. She drops so many cans that it's actually crazy, hundreds. So that's another thing. And the trash collector, it's actually not a big deal unless it's in that one side alley. Like really 2 side alleys, if you're in there with it, you probably can't get by it. But if it's on the outside one by the river, you can actually don't have to worry. You can just get right past it most of the time. And like I said, most of the time you can just dodge these guys. If they're coming for you, you can just dodge. You're stuck in a one-on-one with them. If you can see what way they're going, you can actually slip the other way and they'll just go right past you. That's pretty much everything I can think of. That's basically everything that you need to be looking for. It all comes down to watching the minimap. That is the thing. If you are not watching the minimap, that is the reason you might be struggling. If you're watching the minimap and you're making decisions ahead of time, planning like where to go as it's going on, that is what you need to do in order to maximize your can collection. So hopefully these tips and tricks helped you out, and hopefully now you can get more cans in the can collection sub story.